I can't share it. It's not popping up for me. Hello and welcome to our 2 million listeners out there. This is a special edition of Flag on the Play. We're normally on Wednesdays with Courtney and Courtney. Today we are coming to you on Thursday to give a special guest, the incomparable, the super talented, the soulful Leela James is with us today. Miss James, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I am great now. Can I call you Leela?
Yes, call me Leela.
Okay, great.
Oh my goodness, that voice.
Listen, he's been talking about this interview for forever. He's like, I just want to hear her talk. I'm asking to say random words.
Right. Just say random stuff. Cheese, chrysanthemum, tart, whatever you want to say.
Okay.
I've been a fan forever. You know how sometimes songs and albums just remind you to take you back. When I first moved to Las Vegas, I'm from Los Angeles like yourself.
Okay.
When I first moved here in 2005, your first album, A Change Is Gonna Come, came out, and I bumped that album forever.
Oh my God. Thank you. Yes, that was the year 2005. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and so that when I heard that we had a chance to interview you, I was over the moon.
Oh
yeah. And I'm a little more stubborn, so I like what I like, and I only like what I like. And he was like, "You gonna like Leela James?" I was like, "I don't know." I have had Fall Into You on repeat for like the last 5 days. My family is gonna kill me.
Oh my goodness, that is awesome stuff. Thank y'all, man. I'm so glad I won you over, Miss Stubborn Lady.
Listen, you have a fan for life now.
She's such a big music fan that I was like, no, you trust me. When you hear this voice.
I'm picky.
But you know what? That's good. It's good to be picky, and I'm glad you picked me.
You know why I picked you, Miss Leela? I picked you because you write about the heart. You write about the human condition. I don't have to hear about nobody spreading nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's good music. It's good heart, soul music.
Right.
No, I appreciate that, and I do try my best to deliver what's real and what's true. And it definitely comes from my soul, and that's the truth. So you get the heart and the soul from it. So I'm glad you picky, but I'm glad you picked me to be picky.
Now, what part of LA are you from? Because being from LA, I know you tell people LA, but then you got to get into what part. What part you from?
Well, I went to Dorsey High, so
okay.
You know where that is. So you already know.
I do.
Okay, so there you go.
All right. So you can fight, in other words.
Well,
if it has to be done, you'll get it done.
I'm just saying.
I'm
just saying.
That's right.
So we know you as a songwriter and a singer. What's the process for writing for someone else? Do you go into it with an artist in mind, or?
Well, I mean, if I'm writing for someone else, absolutely. You have to kind of consider their voicing, who they are as an artist, the things that they might talk about. So a song that, let's just say, you know, this isn't the case. I'm just being hypothetical. But if I was writing a song for Cardi B, it wouldn't sound like a song I would write for her. Like they're two different types of artists. So yeah, you gotta write with the artist that you're writing for in mind. But not that I have written for either artist. I'm just saying it's different.
Would you like to?
I will write or work with anyone. Absolutely. Depending on, well, I ain't gonna say anyone, but yes.
Okay, well then that leads me to a question that I was gonna ask later, but now I'm just gonna ask. Who would you like to work with? Who would you like to collab with?
Who would I like to collab with? Right now, I am really excited about what Anderson .Paak and Bruno Mars are doing. I really like it, and they're really tapping into, you know, that true soul and real music thing. So I'm so glad that's, you know, I like what I'm hearing from them.
So some more like that.
Three of you on an album, that would be amazing. Somebody needs to make that happen.
Yeah, let's
Exactly.
make it happen. Make it happen.
So okay, go ahead, Court.
When I'm always curious when when it comes to artists, when did it click for you? When did you say, you know what, I can do something with this music thing?
I would say it clicked for me around the high school years when I really started taking it more seriously, and doing different talent shows and showcases, and having the opportunity to go into a professional studio and record and hear myself, on wax, like, oh, so it went from something that I just did naturally and sang in church to, this is actually also a business and people can, make a life, doing this. So I started really like, well, maybe.
Oh,
And
we so
especially with a
lucky.
voice like yours, I'm sure people heard that and were like, oh, she got it. She got it.
Yeah, it was definitely a time to really go through that developing process though, like because I was singing but I wasn't really, I was rough around the edges. It was just I was just some chick that like the little girl that just like to sing like everybody else. It was nothing, I'm like I wasn't polished as far as like thinking that I could be a professional. I
Right.
just wanted to sing.
Gotcha.
Oh. So I know I'm like I wanted to sing when I was little, but I didn't have them pipes, so I just couldn't do that. You have done a bunch of great covers, and I love covers because I'm always listening to a song and I'll be like, oh, I wonder what it would sound like if so and so sang it. So you had someone cover you with your Falling Into You.
Fall for you.
Fall for You. How did you like that? And who would you to have cover you?
I mean, I don't know that I have anyone in particular that I would, that whoever would want to cover the song, I'm fine with it. I think it's a that's a compliment. So it's flattering to me when I hear people online singing my music, and I'm just like, oh. And sometimes it's like cute because they might have a different approach to it. And so I'm always like, intrigued, and I think it's all good, and it's love. It's nothing but love, because anytime someone does that, that's showing that they appreciate your song.
Let me tell you how much you are loved. People are calling my phone trying to make sure that they are watching this interview, and I'm trying to explain to them we're in the middle of this interview. So
let them come on in.
They're excited. Well, usually on our show format, we allow calls. So.
Oh, that's so cool! Absolutely. Well, I'm so glad that you guys are having me, and shout out to everybody that's tuning in, and I appreciate that's the love and support. This is all good. I receive it.
That's great. I would be a terrible niece if I did not mention that my aunt wants Joe or Jaheim to cover something that you did. She feels like I can tell you and you can make that happen.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well,
so Auntie, I put your request on record, Auntie. She's a character on this show as well.
Oh, awesome.
And that leads me to my next question. You've worked with a ton of artists throughout the years. Who has been your favorite person to work with? Who was your favorite collaboration?
My favorite collaboration? To be honest, I don't think I've had my favorite collaboration. And that's not to say that I haven't enjoyed the collaborations that I've had, but I think my favorite collaboration is still to come.
Oh, that's exciting.
That's very exciting, because I mean, Raphael Sadiq, Anthony Hamilton. I mean, you've got some great ones. So to think that the best is yet to come.
Listen, like I said, not taking anything away from any of those were all amazing, absolutely amazing. I mean, and I have worked with Kanye West and Wyclef, like many of the greats. Like you said, Raphael Sadiq duet with Anthony Hamilton. I even have worked with some artists where we haven't released the records. You know, we never actually put them out. But there's just a legend that I have talked to in this past year, and I'm just hoping that we can, you know, finally get it done.
And you don't want to give us any hints?
Can you give some initials?
I'm the SW, Stevie Wonder.
Oh my God.
Goodness.
Oh,
You and Stevie on an album. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
okay.
I'm hoping that we can finally, you know, make it happen.
And he seems like a great collaborator. He's done some really good songs with people. And you do some, oh my God, my head would explode. I'm so excited already. Now that's all I want to talk about now.
Right. Oh my goodness. But we won't. We're gonna keep moving forward. Particularly, I want to ask. I'm very curious. Quarantine. We've all been going through it for the past year. As an artist, how has that affected you? How's that kind of changed how you go about your business?
I mean, it's been challenging. This pandemic, we're still in it, to be
right.
And it's challenging as an artist. You know, I've been obviously used to traveling. A large part of my career was centered around touring, so all that's come to a halt. So it's not a lot of, you know, live performance right now, and that's difficult because not just from the standpoint of people are like, oh, the finances, but it's from the standpoint for me as an artist. I love to connect with the people, and performing live is just the best way of doing that for me. You know, really, really feeling the energy and the pulse of the people and taking the music to them directly. I've always enjoyed that and really built my career on doing so. So this past year, not being able to do it, I really felt, you know, that void of not being able to literally take it to the streets, if you say. And I miss that, but it's also been challenging, even just trying to create and stay creative in this environment with that's been really heavy from the standpoint of so much is going on in the world that feels really, really overwhelmingly sad. And it doesn't make you at times feel like you want to, you know, be in an artistic, you know, state of mind. So I had to, you know, really, really fight and push through that, even just to work on my current project and release the single that I have out now, because I just was like, I don't feel like it. I'm just like, they killing us and stuff. Ain't nobody trying to make I just wasn't feeling, you know, really creative.
Oh, that's when we need it more.
Yeah. I know, and it got me to I had to work through that though, like, you know, understanding that, you know, people really want music at that time. So yes.
I was just outside with that.
Okay, that's fine. I'm sorry, I'm a mama too. That's
okay. We all listen.
That's amazing.
That's go these days.
No, but yeah, you got to work through those moments and just feeling like, okay, but this is probably when you should make music the most, because it's therapy not only for you and therapy for the people.
You know what you should do? You should do a versus.
Maybe.
Who would you like to do a versus with?
I don't know.
I don't think of them as competition. I think of them as like a joint concert.
Yeah. I don't know who I would do a versus with. Ooh. But I never thought of
that. All right. So we got, listen, we're going to get you with Bruno and Anderson. We're going to work on the Stevie thing, and then we're getting you on verses. We are on top of this thing.
Okay, go ahead.
We got you. Now that brings me to the latest project, Complicated. Loved it. Loved the song. How did that single come about, and how is that going to lead you into the next project? What's coming next after that?
Okay, well, Complicated is the single off my forthcoming album that's dropping this summer. And the single came about, it's pretty self-explanatory, the title, Complicated. I was just, you know, writing one day and reflecting on, you know, various situations that we, you know, tend to make more complicated than what they have to be, and dealing with people that, you know, are more difficult than necessary and just want to be arguing and hearing themselves talk versus just shutting up and just being easy and chilling. I was like, you know, why you got to make everything so complicated? Why you got to be extra with everything? Just drama. Right. So that's how it came about.
Okay. Well, so the new project, summertime. How much you got done? How far along are we on
Oh,
that?
we're pretty much done. We're pretty much done. Yeah, so I'm excited about it. Y'all definitely be on the lookout for it. And please, in the meantime, go on and download, stream all of the above my current single. And when the album come up, y'all just get like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 copies. Everybody spread the love, tell her. I'm trying to be like number one.
Hey, we're gonna get you there. We are going to get you there.
We certainly gonna try.
Speaking of complicated,
Yes.
have you ever dealt with anyone as complicated as Derek Jackson? I'm sure you've seen the situation. Ever had a situation like that in your dating experience? I had to ask.
I try to really like not speak on too much because I believe that certain people and certain things don't deserve your energy. But I will say yes. And that's why I'm so happily divorced.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Listen, I'm happily divorced from that one, so I understand what you're saying.
Hey, don't say that happily too loud.
Happily divorced.
All right.
No, you know what I mean? You know, people, yeah, you got some folks out there that are just very, they just wrong. And it's just wrong. And it's amazing how they will flip to make wrong right.
Right.
Amazing how manipulative, how I'm like, wow, like the villain can play the victim so well and just
yeah.
Like that's like master narcissism. Like they
Yes.
like I'm like, yo, and until you've actually, I guess dealt with that type of situation, it's hard for people to really probably comprehend the reality and the realness that those type of energies exist. But like it's real. Like,
listen,
these people are really real. Like they're good at what they do. Like they have mastered the art of being a narcissist.
Right. They will have you really question. You're like, okay, am I wrong?
Right. Like you cheated on me, but I'm a bad guy. Like watching the videos of certain things, you're like, oh, and she's like really sitting there holding his hand. Okay.
Yeah, we had a whole show about it last night, and I'm kind of like you. Like I'm like, I don't have time to process all this foolishness. Right. that's how I felt.
Yeah.
But we did, and hopefully it'll help somebody else figure out their situation.
Hopefully. And so I guess that also leads me to say, when you're writing, are you writing based on your own personal experiences, or are you kind of taken from what's going on out in the world and other things you see?
All of the above. I write from personal experiences. I write from all that is going on in the world. Like I said, I mean, with this past year, it's been so heavy. It kind of weighed on me from the standpoint where I actually wasn't feeling creative. But I also was able to draw from a lot of that as well when I started to open back up and start writing. So yeah, you pull from your own experiences and from the experiences around you.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Oh, I just love artists. It's such an amazing. It's one of those things where I think God knew what He was doing, not giving me a voice. I'd be walking around singing all the time. You couldn't get me to shut up. Courtney, tell him.
Listen, he would sing. He sings to his peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, but
my goodness.
I just do. I love singing.
I want to sing.
No, you don't want me to sing.
Okay.
I know my lane. I stay in my lane.
Gonna stay in it. Radio host,
co-host, attorney. No singing.
So on this upcoming album, we have the single "Complicated." What's your favorite song on the album? What song should I be looking for next? What should I be waiting to replace "Fall for You"? Because my family's gonna kill me.
Oh my gosh! I can honestly say right now, I'm feeling this album, and I have a couple favorites.
Ooh,
but one that's sticking out. I think I'm going to call it "See Me." That's one of my favorites. Just note that.
Okay, I'm taking notes right now.
Right. We got that. We will definitely be looking out for that one and put that one in the rotation. So we don't want her to get beat up because she will. She will play the same song over and over
And sing it at the top of my lungs. I'm sure my neighbors know the song by now. So there's at least 2 more sets of fans for you on my right and my left. They probably all know the song. I got you some more fans.
Right.
Good stuff.
When you're stepping away from music, we see that you're a mom. What does Leela James like to do when she's not in the creative mode? What do you do for fun or for relaxation?
I sleep for relaxation and fun.
Hallelujah.
Because it's hard to get sleep these days.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, I guess
go to
studio time is when you can get it, right?
Well, it's that is being a mother, is cooking, is doing everything. You know, I live a really full life as a parent, and I'm a mother of 2, a single mother. So it's working, it's this, and as soon as I'm done with this, I need to go, and they don't care about none of this right now. How about that? So I'm still mama, and they need their food. They want to eat. Clothes got to get washed. Ain't no nanny. It's me. Okay. So Aaron's got groceries got to get bought. We got to run to the grocery store. We got to get school supplies, everything. So
I hear you. You hustle on 2000.
There you go.
I hear you. So what would you like your fans or the media to know about you?
I was just like that I'm a human being and I'm a person just like them. I just happen to sing and make music, but I have feelings, and I'm trying to live just like the next person and stay safe and stay healthy, stay alive, while also entertaining and making music for the people, for y'all.
Oh, that's fantastic.
That is fantastic. Any desire, in this day and age, we see a lot of people a lot of musicians who try to make that transition to other things, acting, TV shows, game show hosts. Any desire to do some of those things, to cross over and into other areas of entertainment?
Absolutely. I mean, I definitely never want to be, boxed off. So I'm always open to doing other things. Of course, acting and, television and film is always great if you can get that. I mean, the more of us on screen, the better.
Absolutely.
I heard that too. So you heard it here, folks. If you want Leela James for the small or large screen, she's here.
Listen, we got some projects. I'm telling you, we're gonna make all this happen. All of it. Stevie, Anderson, and Bruno. We got stuff to work on. Me and Court gonna get on this immediately.
In the meantime, how can people follow you?
In the meantime, people can follow me on Instagram, Leela James Official. I'm also on Twitter, Leela James. I'm gonna tweet a little more than what I've done, but Facebook, Leela James Musician. I have a website, www.leelajames.com, and I just opened up a TikTok account. I only have about 7 followers, but y'all come with me. We probably get about 100 soon.
There we go. All right.
I love it.
So wait, so you on there dancing? You dance? I want to see some moves now.
I just like looking at some of them funny videos sometimes. Like, them folks crazy.
You just be on there lurking. I'm the same way with some of this stuff. I just want to see the stuff. I don't want to have the camera on me. Just want to see these people act up. I feel you. Oh my goodness. I cannot tell you how much fun this has been for me. Again, I've been a fan from album number 1 and continue to be one now. When I heard Complicated, I was excited all over again to have you on here. And this has just been such a big treat for me.
Thank you.
So thank you.
It's my pleasure, y'all. Thank y'all for having me as well.
And anytime you want to come back, please, you just let us know. We will drop everything and get you back on. I promise.
Yes, we
will.
All right.
So much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Y'all be good and stay safe.
You do the same, and we will definitely be looking for that project come this summer. We will
Yes.
support it. We will rep it. We will play it. We will have her playing new songs over and over and singing to the neighbors so they know what to go out and buy. We'll keep them in the
Thank you.
know.
Thank you. All right, y'all. Be good. Be good to
Thank
yourself.
you.
You
This has
too.
been Leela James with Flag on the Play, Courtney and Courtney. We hope you have enjoyed.
Smooches.